Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. It is me, Just Be Audrey Lane. Thank you so much for subscribing to Just Be Audrey Lane. I want to say it's over here. I might have it. I don't know, guys. I thank you so much for following me on all of the social media platforms, whether it's YouTube, um, Spotify, through Anchor, um, Instagram, Twitter, all of it. I thank you so much for it. I have just a little bit to say tonight because I'm still in like the follow up of the B words, and it was kind of, you know, sitting and resting in me today, which made me look up some things, and because it was bothering me, but not bothering me in a way of um, getting to me. More so like, what is it, God? Because you still have it in my head. What is it? And in the midst of me like looking it up, I end up looking up like, okay, what is some B words in the Bible? What is biblical words in the Bible? And biblical came to me, but I'm like, you know, I need a breakdown. So I go to look up that, and then it just came B words in the Bible, B words in the Bible. And benevolence came to me. So I had to look the meaning of that up. And it's like meaning well, being kind. And I was like, wow, you know, also B words in one of the is the first to none B word. I wish I could be able to look it up, but look up B words, and literally it should be like the third one down that'll come to you of B words, and why is B so represented well within the Bible and everything. And I don't know if it's necessarily represented, but it has it because I looked it up through, biblical words. But benevolence was one of them. And all I could do is like, okay, so I appreciate that, and being kind and well. That's something that I am. And then it just came to me of be you, be who you are. And it's like, because I am kind. There are times when I know I definitely need to be a little bit more. I don't need to be so quick to jump to, you know, thinking for someone. Because a lot of times people may be wanting to get and voice something out, and I could just assume what they're going to say when that could be totally different than what they was going to say. So I've been working on that, of just be quiet, you know. I be so worried to like help, but it's like you can help by being quiet and let them get everything out, and then that'll help you know where to actually start, and making sure that you are being in a good conversation with them. So I'm learning that, guys. I am, and it's weird because I had it for a while and then lost sight and track of it by wanting to like feel as though, let me say it how I want to say it. Let me hurry up and get what I want to say out. Whereas like, no, don't you want to be listened to? So just like you want to be listened to, so does this person want to be listened to. And I want to say that that's something I'm definitely, knowing I have to dust off and do better in. Yeah, I have to do better in. And I'm going to do better in. Because I say it like this, I want that same courtesy done for me. So the best way of how, if we want something, is we have to do it for others as well. And that's how we can definitely make sure things happen. about how we want to be treated is how we have to treat people. Because people will see that and be like, okay, I know how to approach them and how I have to go about, having a conversation with them, because they don't tolerate this, or they do not behave like that. So I want to have it where I listen to people and they'll listen to me. So we have to make sure we do that. I was loving the fact of, also in the B words, a couple things came up, and I'm not going to shortchange myself on it, but it was saying how bravery, you know, what else was it? I wish I could look in my phone, but my other phone records for the podcast as I do this as well. Um, but it was brilliance, you know. What is the other one? Billionaire, of course, and how it said, B word, B is the first and initial for basically being a billionaire. And as much as I pray and ask God that that's something I want, I immediately know that I say, God, it's your will, not mine. Because I truly believe that finances are here for me. I thank him so much for it. But one, if you sum all of the B words up, I believe it. It can happen. It will be so. I ask him to have it where a bravery comes with that. People don't understand with finances sometimes of how brave you have to be with them. But one, a lot of it is sometimes you are by yourself with a lot of things. I don't want to buy people's time and attention. That's not what you have to do. I know one gentleman who he is very wealthy, and it took a while for walls to kind of break down for him to actually have a conversation with me, because he's so used to people only really wanting to have a conversation with him because of his money. And I don't even really know him like that. He's just somebody who I see maybe like once every 4 or 5 months. I don't really know him like that. And he explained to me one time when he came in about maybe a year or two ago, he it's like he stays off to himself because it comes with, a lot. And I'm quite sure it does. So no amount of money that will be a blessing to me. I have to also make sure I pray for the wisdom and knowledge in it, because I truly look at finances totally different than what I used to before. I looked at it of what I can do for me, how I can do things within me and my family, but more so that is still a format of just self. When now it's like, God, you see fit, you bless me with finances, it's going to be for what you need to be done. And then you will give me what I need from it. Because there's so much more that comes with finances, and I know that now. You know, and don't get me wrong, I don't doubt that won't happen for me. But I also ask him for clarity with it, because a lot of things come with finances. A lot of things come with it. With increase comes increase. So you have to make sure that, you know, why do you want the increase? Where is it going to benefit? Will you be able to handle it? Are you going to be doing right with it? What is your motive and goal for it? Who are you helping? You know, so I sitting here now. You talk about having faith. I have faith that that will definitely happen for me. But I also know I want more than that. I really want a spiritual roll that keeps on coming and keeps on coming and keeps on coming. You can fill me up, fill my barn house up with your spirit and knowing everything I need from you, God. Like I say, I want to be a spiritual near where it doesn't run out, where it just keep on continuously flowing and flowing. That's something I strive for. That makes me like really happy. That makes me like, man, if I don't have anything else, I have that. And give me wisdom with it. Give me wisdom with it, because I want to know how to utilize the spirit that you're giving me. How do I, you know, actually live it, actually be it? And God will give us that. You know, he will show it to me. He's going to show it to us. Please know that there's more than God, more to God than finances. He knows what we need, and He will give us what we need. He will fill, you know, our needs with when it comes to finances. He already has for me. I thank you that He's continually doing it. I don't know sometimes like where finances literally come from, because they come out of the woodworks. Like I had a whole joke thing about PPA, like the parking authority here. How like you better not even just park your car anywhere, and don't think you got to put money in the meter, because they just creep up out of the woodworks. That's literally how God has been blessing me. He's just been coming and showing up, like to have people just come in and touch me financially and bless me with information. And I say, wow, God, that's finances right there. Because the way He blesses isn't always where He say, here you go. First of all, he doesn't, for me, he not some genie, nor is He some leprechaun wears a pot of gold. That's not what I want. I don't want that at all. Where I know God will blow my mind and show up is the little things that He's been doing financially in my life that has been adding up and literally has been really, really skyrocketing off for me. I laugh sometimes on things of how they how they've been going lately, because I've been praying to Him to help me with my nonprofit, God. I'm set up with a GoFundMe page for it, and I just set it up, and I was like, God, you bring in the finances, however amount of time it takes. It'll give me more time to investigate and research more things of what I need to put in place for it, because I have some things in line, but I definitely need more information. And a lot of the finances that I'm raising for the praying it forward will also be for instructors and people to come in to help. So I have to just, you know, be thankful and grateful because he has been bringing finances in really like, man, God, thank you. So I have like a little water container that I use and save and put coins and bills in. And I have it where I write my little name on it, and it's just the Audrey Lane, praying it forward because I literally know that everything is truly not about me. It is where I truly want to help. Now, I have things put in place, and they've been slow walking. And I'm like, God, it's for a reason. And He'll tell me when. I think a lot of the times it's like you're showing up, but you need to do more or take this time for you to actually um, research and get things ready because I am handling that. And it was weird because I had that conversation, and it's like I feel like, man, God, I don't need to rush in this process. And I told him, like, man, if it takes a while, it is going to be awesome because it would give me everything I need. Once everything get up and running. And I'll end up listening to this inspirational thing I've heard a while ago, maybe a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. And it was talking about the success and failures of business. That for every successful business, there was some failures. And immediately before he even finished the sentence on it, I had already spoke it out. Like, yeah, because failures is actually good because then it teaches you on how to succeed. And he reworded what I said about it. But all I could do is like, yeah, I didn't already had some hiccups with starting the nonprofit. And it's teaching me. It's teaching me. You know, I thank God in a lot of ways because I already know that they're not major ones, but to actually learn as I go is something. It's really good. So I just wanted to make sure that I am fully like, okay, God, you have it all. You have it all, and you're giving it to me when you see fit. Who would have knew that all of this to be happening? But I can tell you, God knew. It truly, a lot of the time, blows my mind on things that surrender that we have to do, and the trusting and believing we have to do. It's so minimal now. I thought years ago that it was a lot of giving myself up because people will kind of preach and scare you a little bit on how things have to be done. And how about this? What on and happen for someone else does not mean that that's going to be your relationship that you have and your connection with God, because every relationship with Him is totally different. That's why it's a one-on-one relationship. You can't join in my relationship that I have with God. I can't join in yours. It's not how it goes. It's a personal, one-on-one, personal relationship. And I know that. And to know that now is amazing, because you don't listen to where someone else struggle with things in life. That does not necessarily mean that that's going to be yours, because we all know what God has for us. And once he has it and sets it in place, can't nobody be against it. God knows what he's doing. He knows what's best for us and what's a mess for us. So he's not going to do something that he know will make a total mess out of what he needs us to do. And you have to trust him in that. It's going to be for our good. It's going to be for our good. I want where he blesses me with trust, that I can carry out everything that he has given me. So right now for us guys, it's okay if things are moving slow. Because the reality of it is, they're not really moving slow at all. They already so accounted for and already have moved and already it's so that we are the ones moving slow in the process. God already have them done. He's waiting on us to show up and to continue growing. So it's like, okay, now it's time. They actually got full flash of what I'm trying to piece together and put together for them. So now I can give them a little bit of this thing, your appetizer, because he already got your full course meal and everything carried out. He knows what he's serving you. He knows what he's given us. But we're not ready yet. And as hard as it hurt, I mean, it hurt and it was hard to hear it for myself. I wouldn't want it no other way. Because he's been telling me, get ready, get ready, get ready. I said this a while ago, that he's watering everything. I said that yesterday, that he's watering everything. So I have to just be okay and be calm in what it is he's doing, and so do you. Like I said, God wants to bless us, not make a mess of us. He knows what will happen with us. We don't necessarily know. One, we got to make sure we are not, making it about ourselves. Yeah, what's your name? Don't make it about yourself. Two, we have to make sure that, for me, is God. Make it where I know for sure of how I need to be walking within you. Fix my walk, fix my talk, fix my heart. I want to be truly connected with you. I don't want to just say it in words. I want to do it where people know for sure that this child ain't got nothing but God in her, because she moves totally like he's moving for her. That literally, I just said, someone's like, even me, like, you talk about God a lot on your channel. Yes, I do. I do. It was a point where I would not even reference him at all. You couldn't even turn on anything that had the word God in it, his name in it. Because that's how I looked at it, like the word. Until I realized now, yeah, that God is the word. He is the word. This is not trying to take anything from his name and who he is. You can't take from him. You can't take from him. But God, I don't want that life for me no more. I thank him so much for where he has taken me from and where he has grown me. Him giving me grace. Him just really reigning in my life. It's okay, guys. We will be okay. Me talking about God all the time for me, it is so wonderful, reassuring that I can actually, do that. That I do that. Man, believe, believe, believe. What's the main one? Believe, believe. Man, who would have knew that? Well, what? At least for me, saying, if I knew that all I had to do was trust and believe, surrender, obey, show up and do. It's like the ABCs of Him. And it's not kid ABCs. It's not kid ABCs. And I say that because I have put things together of about to blow, and then I got stuck on the C because I always kind of pinpoints everything and all that. And I was like, well, what could I make for the C of the ABCs? And it's like so I was like, about to blow cover, about to blow, Christ. What is about to be, and it was like, you don't have to worry about it. Stop trying to piece me together like I'm some type of thing that makes you makes you comfortable, or Lane. Stop doing that. But you want the ABCs of me? Just wait, I'm gonna give them to you. Since this is how you want to get it, and that is something that is like, okay, I don't want to have to do it like that, because I do have you no matter what. I don't need to kind of break it down, not like that. I have you in every form of my willingness to grow. So let me stop trying to piece you how I want to get to know you. And God, you put you in me how you want me to know you. And it came to me as Audrey Lane believe. So that's the ABC. Audrey Lane believe, child. And I just was like, okay. And didn't have to stop right there. Audrey Lane believe, child. And I don't want to go no more and any further. Because I don't want to keep doing that. It's time for me to grow up. It's time for me to actually, grow myself in Him. And not necessarily me, but Him. Let Him grow me in Him. I literally do not understand sometimes how I'll be thinking something and ask Him to show me something and show me more of you, God. And I went to go turn my Bible and put it in my lap, and literally it came to Acts. And it was just saying how Peter arrived in Jerusalem. The Jewish believers criticized him. You enter the home of Gentiles and even ate with them, they said. Then Peter told exactly what he had happened. And I don't, what stuck out to me is the believers. So I have to go back and read more in Acts. Soon the news reached the apostles and other believers in Judah that the Gentiles had received the word of God. But when Peter arrived back to Jerusalem, the Jewish believers criticized him. You entered the home of Gentiles and even ate with them, they said. And Peter told them exactly what had happened. And to know that if you read more into it, how I was in the town of Joppa, he said, and while I was praying, I went into a trance and saw a vision. Something like a large sheet was let down by its four corners from the sky, and it came right down to me. When I looked inside the sheet, I saw a sort of tame of wild animals, reptiles, and birds, and I heard the voice say, "Get up, Peter, kill, eat, and eat them." And I still don't know why this is what he having me read, and why it came to me. I can't tell you why at all. Mm. Oh, Grace. Now I know why. So yesterday I had told you guys that a B word that stuck out to me, and what I want to do is be baptized. So if you read a little bit further down, now this is Acts 11, and if I go down a little bit further to Acts 11:16, I thought the Lord's words was when he said, John baptized with the water, but you will be baptized with the Holy Spirit. This morning I had a conversation, and I said, the Holy Spirit is one that is just always with you, Audrey, and he is just always here. He is the one comforting you and always wrapping you, and it's a good thing because the Trinity is the Trinity. They all work together in conjunction with one another. And I just was saying, I want to be baptized. I want to be baptized. And literally, I was not turning to Acts or anything. I literally just was taking my Bible off to put it on my lap, and it just came open. And for me to read this and just read it now, it's like, God, you work your wonders in wonderful ways. So now I'll have to read up on this more, because I got baptized before, but if I really go back to that, it wasn't for the right reasons. It wasn't for the right reasons at all. It wasn't truly for me yearning for an in-depth relationship. It was like, I don't know, but it wasn't honest. It wasn't for me to come up, And what I mean by that is to come up with, you know, God, you expect more from me now. It was more so, oh, you baptized me, so you got me. I mean, I'm covered now, so you know, I I can't go to hell now. Yeah, no, the thinking and everything was off and wrong because I didn't know that, you know, when God literally washes us and we're baptized and we coming up new, that there's work that goes into it. I wasn't willing to do any of that then. I wasn't really willing to sacrifice all of the worldly things that I was doing and get rid of that for God to actually move in my life. And thank God he still protected me. Just not knowing child, not willing to learn child, and not moving and growing child. But yet he still saw fit to still cover me and still show up for me and still do work in me. So now when I go to him, this is a moment where I say I need to go correct, because you can come to him as you are. But I know now for myself that the work that is required of me and expected of me, I am willing to actually do on my own with him. No one else can do it for me. I want to learn and I want to grow. And if I make a mistake, I am where, God, you're going to correct me on it. And how about that? I'm willing to be corrected. You couldn't correct me probably before. One, because I had a head of you can't tell me what to do. Or if you did tell me what to do, I was so willing to do whatever you was doing because I wanted to be nice and not cause where we will be in a disagreement and anything like that. So I was going along to get along. But now that whole go along to make it, to get it right, to get it real, is totally different for me. Because I get to do it with God who corrects me with love, who teaches me in strength, who embraces me with just his touch, and embraces me in a way of like, God, thank you. Like to have him wrap himself around me and be in me and breathe all through me is wow. I've never had it before, and to have it like come is like CPR and him breathing life into me and breathing life into me and breathing life into me and making sure he's doing everything to get this heart beating for him. I thank you guys so much for coming on and being a part of this journal process with me. I truly do. Now this is something that just came, and it's me more so than I will sit here and say, God, I believe for you too that he can do miracles, signs, and wonders in your life. I believe he has everything for you too. Like I said, coming on here and relaxing and getting everything up out of me. You can have that for you too. Like, man, give me you, God. Please, give me you. Give me you, God. Please, give me you. Mm. love just actually being where I can just sit with him. So I told you probably a week ago how my chair behind me is like maybe like it's like velvet in a way. And I write on there with my nails and everything so it can show up. And one morning it came to me as you are here on the back of the chair, and then where I will sit is God, you are here, God. And every time I sit, I thank him for already being there. He shows up well before I even get my behind down here and sit. He's already here. Like, come on, child. Sit on near me. So I truly do want to get more of him in me, and less of me being me. I truly want where the peace, and joy that comes with him is just so much in me that literally it comes completely out. I'm going to talk with my pastor and my first lady and see if I can actually first take maybe some workshops or classes. But I know I'm in a space of actually, like, God, I truly want to be baptized and have you in your spirit all in me. I don't want Audrey Elaine to just be suffering in bondage anymore and just broken. I don't want that for myself. You shouldn't want it for yourself at all. I'm ready for my belief in him to reign more in me than ever. I'm ready for the bravery that he's given me to come and take his place and stay. I'm ready for all of the brilliant stuff that he has for me, all of the blessings that he has for me, all of these B names that just keep coming and was lined up and just coming today and kept coming today. God, you be right there with me when you do them, please. So I thank you guys for coming on. I thank you guys for subscribing to Just Be Audrey Lane. I want to say it's always on the right or the left. The left. I'm not sure, but I'll do this because you know. So thank you for subscribing to Just Be Audrey Lane. I thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on Facebook. I thank you so much on the Anchor Spotify for following as well. I actually cannot wait where I break it up, where I just have stuff that's basically like my journal on YouTube, and then I have an actual podcast where I am setting up to actually talk with other people on it. So you guys will be watching like videos of interviews and everything. But I am going to wait until God tells me to move more on that. He's been helping me piece things together and sending things my way for it. And I thank him for that. But I can take whatever time needs to be to make sure that I just let him have it and let him do it. There's no rush. Man, there's no rush for me. So you guys make sure you love on yourself. Oh, I didn't say a date. You know, I always say it. So today is July 22nd, 2021. It is Thursday. Um, Hopefully this video will be up and posted soon when it comes to at least um, YouTube. I'm going to figure out why it doesn't post right away for me. But I thank you guys for just being patient in the process. Whew. So I love you. I truly do. I truly do. I love you. Go out there and love yourself and love someone else. And y'all know, more importantly, I love God. Man, I love Him. If I say God 25, 30 times, trust me, it means so much to me now. So much. He means so much to me now. So you guys make sure you have a wonderful, blessed evening. I'll be back on tomorrow to have whatever God has in me come out. I don't know if there's any more B words that come to me now. I know one is probably coming to me, but not really coming to me. I'm just saying it. Bed. Get in the bed. Go to bed. So I thank you guys so much for coming on. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. And I'll be back on tomorrow with you guys. So there will be another journal and everything posted. But I thank you. Good night. Sleep well, rest well, and make sure you just have a great evening. Bye now.